All right. Well, thanks for joining me for another episode of ZBrush on the iPad. This time we're actually starting out in Procreate. So, who doesn't love some Ninja Turtles, right? Well, I don't know. I've been feeling nostalgic of late, and I was like, you know what? I need to draw myself a Ninja Turtle. And so, unassisted, just 100% right out of my dome, right off the dome, the brain, I just started going, and ended up with Raphael. And now, wanted to, I don't know, another layer of interest, if you will. So I decided, hey, who better than April, right? The Turtles news reporting female companion. I don't know if that's the right term, but anyways, so when I started off, the hairstyle was all over the place. I couldn't remember what she had going there, so I did take a quick peek on the interwebs of the original cartoon from the early 90s, and saw that this was somewhat reminiscent of that. I didn't want to do her full-on yellow jumper. Felt that was a little dated, so I went with something a little more contemporary. She still has her classic yellow, but in the form of a jacket. All right. And so, while drawing this, I'm like, you know what? What's better than just an illustration in Procreate? Well, 3D, of course. Sculpted, beautiful 3D goodness. And if you guys follow Drug-Free Dave, I believe is his name, he does a lot of Nomad tutorials. He's kind of the go-to guy. Super coincidence, like literally after drawing this, like the next day, I saw that he had just released a turtle sculpt of Raphael. So we're on the same wavelength. So I promise I'm not trying to copy you, Mr. Drug-Free Dave. You're the man. Keep doing what you do, And but anyways, back to it. So I was just kind of losing myself in some coloring, and this is far from polished. It's still just a color sketch, but knowing that I was going to take this into 3D, I didn't want to push it too far. Like, I'm not going to render everything perfectly, but in addition to just making it 3D, I plan to 3D print it. So if I get a lot of interest on this series, people are commenting, people are saying, yeah, keep going, my friend, then I'll take it all the way. I'll go all the way for y'all. But if not, we'll do the sculpt and leave it at that. So it's really up to you. So it may look like the screen is frozen there for a minute, but I was just trying some different blend modes and throwing on some overlays and some glows just to kind of get some interest. And then I've got this thing where I have to draw white outlines around my stuff. I don't know what it is. It's just, I tell myself I'm not going to do it, and I do it. Alright, so now that we have the sculpt, let's jump into ZBrush and start with the Z-sphere. So got that where we want it, and using the draw tool, we can just start drawing shapes on there. And if you want to see this in a slower process, go watch some of my other videos. I have one specifically on Z-spheres, but we're just racing through this so that we can get a lot done in relatively short videos. I think this will end up under 10 minutes, but there's no wrong or right way to do Z-spheres. In the end, it's just one of many ways to get a base mesh to start sculpting on. I like Z-spheres because you can quickly rough in proportions and it saves a lot of time, but it's kind of tricky to get the right kind of volume. So there is a lot of sculpting that happens, whereas back to Drug-Free Dave, you do his approach and I've used that approach too. In fact, normally I do, where kind of building it up with primitive shapes and then dynameshing it together. That's definitely a legitimate way to go. But in this case, I decided to start with the Z-sphere, and I'm sculpting Raphael in T-pose, and I'm not worrying too much about details, just using the clay buildup brush and move brush and maybe a little bit of H polish to rough in some general forms. And I want to keep things separate, so this is kind of a fleshy version of the turtle underneath the shell, but now I'm going to use an insert mesh to drop in a Q-cube that I can use to rough in the inside part of his shell. And using Z-modeler, you can take it even further, but mostly at this point I'm able to just use the move brush because it's such low poly, and we're just trying to rough in some shapes, get this to a place where we can take it to the next level and start focusing on individual elements. It takes a lot of patience, really, to kind of trust the process. Now here I'm roughing in some bands, and I use multiple cylinders, so I just clone using control and then move. That kind of gives us the rough overlapping straps. Then I use the same technique using the insert mesh brush, insert some cylinders or a cylinder for the bandana mask. Now that I've got several elements in place, I can start to play with proportions again. See, I'm using masks and the 3D gizmo to move things around. And then, of course, don't forget to save. I should have saved much earlier, but we got it done. Thanks again for watching, and remember, if you want to see this series continue, leave us a comment saying, "Keep going, my friend," or "You could do better at this," or "Here's my technique." I love to hear how other people do things, because I'm not, may come across this way, but honestly, I'm no expert. I've been doing this since 2009 as kind of a hobby, and I make money off of it every once in a while as well. But I love learning from others, and I hope you do as well. So if that's the kind of jam you're looking for, then give us a subscribe as well. Be much appreciated. Thanks a lot.